Sorry about that. Video cut off. But yeah, think the last thing I was talking about was my hair, how I have these little pieces where it's kind of thin and it gets thick at the end. Some of them I have pulled off, some of them I did not. I just kind of retwisted with another lock. Um, but yeah, my hair was always thin, so it's not like my hair just became thin all of a sudden. I haven't noticed any major loss besides my normal. Um, but yeah, school is kicking my butt. But once I find my flow, it's gonna be on and pop. And I'm not a person that give up easily, so I will keep on pushing until I get it right. Um, yeah, I would keep on pushing until I get it right. And that's pretty much what I did before. Because I have an unbelievable drive. When I want something and I really want it, I am going to get it. So yeah, I just got to keep on going and keep on trying this, trying that, and see what happens. I need to start maybe following a lot of people on YouTube who are in nursing school to kind of see things that they're doing and see if it'll work for me. Because right now it's all about trial and error. I'm not the same as I was before. So we'll see. But I just want you guys to give a thumbs up to I guess I'm posting both videos. Um, Probably have more I can talk about on this one, so it's not so short. But then again, you see guys, my hair is really growing, but it is so thin too. I was just thinking, I'm glad I'm not a girl that like to fight. Because babe, if I was a girl that like to fight, I would be bald headed. Them girls would snatch all these little thin pieces out my head. But yeah, I did have some tragic news. I forgot to tell you guys. My little baby puppy fell out the window. He always used to he has a habit of sticking his whole body, half his body out the window, and he's top heavy. So, long story short, I went to Home Depot to pick up a door, and I had to kind of pull all the seats down in the back so I can get the door to fit into the SUV that I have. And I forgot to put the seats back up properly, and my wife was bringing my son. They was in a hurry because my son time kind of went by, and he didn't, either notify us or tell us what he was doing, calling the Uber or what. So she was trying to help him bring him to work while I was still getting dressed because I think I had a doctor's appointment that day, I think. Or something we had something going on where I had to get dressed. So I always bring my dog out to take a ride when I bring my son or pick him up from work. If I'm off, you know, Jack knows he's my road dog, like literally my road dog. And I always try to get him out because he really, really enjoys riding in the car. I don't know what it is about these dogs and these windows and these cars, but that's something that he truly, truly loves. Like you could tell all in his face, he smiles the whole time. And I remember when I used to tell people, they say, "Oh, the dog is smiling." I could never see a dog smiling until now. I could see the dog actually has a smile grin. Wrinkles. Uh, but he smiles the whole time. He really, really loves riding. And I love to see that on his face. Can you believe it? Your girl's a dog lover, I guess. Um, so now, um, so what happened? The seats were still down. I didn't get a chance to put them up. I forgot they were down. So she was like, "Oh, babe, the seat is down." When I opened up the door, and Jack, baby, when Jack wants to ride, you can't pull him out the car. I was trying to pull him out to pull the seat up. He was still trying to squeeze his body through every little corner inch to get in that car and got on top of them seats. And I still couldn't get them seats up. I said, "Look," I just told my wife to just be, very careful. This seat is kind of high back there. Just be careful, with him in the back. They didn't even make it to the highway, which I'm kind of glad, because it could have been worse, but it wasn't. But he did tumble out the window. And I think they were at a red light. So the people that are around, thank you for stopping and allowing, us to pull over and no one hit the dog. I will report Jack. So, they say he kind of flew out of the car. And, I can't imagine what the sound would be, but I have an idea what I think my wife heard. I know she was very sorry. Oh my God. I had to comfort her more than the dog. The dog, he had bumps, bruises, and scrapes and stuff. But I think she suffered the most damage than he did, just thought of her baby, something happening to her dog. I would never want anything to happen to Jack. I know her and Jack has a close bond. And she's been with him since he was a pup. So that's like her baby. Like she's giving birth to Jack. I get it. But he was fine. He just had a couple of scrapes, bruises. But dogs pretty much, they heal pretty quick. He licked his little wounds and he was good. And I kept telling her, I said, he's fine. Like he was still ready to ride and get in the car and everything. But yeah, he's doing a whole lot better. Let me see. He's sleeping right now. And I probably can show you a couple of scrapes that he had from his injuries, but they heal pretty quick. But I don't know if can you see his foot. Let me see if I can zoom in. And then he has a little scrape here. He has a couple on his hand. But they all healing, as you can see. We had just had him groomed. He had his nails trimmed and cut. He still looks good. But yeah, he kind of went out, had a couple of scrapes. He didn't break anything, thank God. But it was just a horrible, terrifying thing, I'm sure. And I think since that incident happened, she still has not, I don't think she's driven him or even brought my son to work since that incident. And I am working on teaching my son how to drive. We did go to a driver's school here in Dallas. What it was, Bruton Driving School or whatever. Now on the website it states $450 for the pretty much the lecture and the driving all together, which that's what I paid when I had my son to do the program before at Sears. I think we got like $50 off, so I think I actually paid $400 for it. Well, my son he hasn't gotten his license. He has his permit. They told me he has 6 years to get his license. He still have until, I think it's 2026 to get his license. So I went to this young man and, he thought he was giving me a deal. He's like, oh, I can get him everything for $700. I said, $700? I said, for what? I said, I already paid $400 for him to do a class. I said, and tell me, what does it state on your website? Because nothing on the website states $700. He was just trying to get over. You know how they do. They be doing a sister wrong. But anywho, lying, false advertisement. I think what it is, he was just thought I was trying to look for a hook up under the table. That's not what I was looking for. The only thing I wanted was my son to get more hours behind the wheel and drive. So he's trying to charge me $700, which is nowhere on his website where it's any package that costs $700. The package was $450. If you want the class and the driving part, I understand that. But what is the $700 coming from? If he already has a permit, the only thing I just want him to do is pay the $250